Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Farhan Fadila Nugraha and I'm from class 06 SIGP 002. Today I would like to share my presentation entitled Navigating English in a Globalized Context, Curriculum Design for Indonesian High School. So today we are addressing a critical curriculum redesign challenge for a senior high school in Indonesia. We are caught in a classic debate. Should we force our students to sound like native speakers or prepare them for global reality? In this discussion, we will analyze this using the framework of EFL, English as a Foreign Language, and World Englishes. So historically, English grew from a colonial language into a global powerhouse, first through British expansion and later through American economic and cultural influence. This has forced EFL contexts like Indonesia to shift from teaching language as a foreign subject to teaching it as a necessary skill for participation in global tourism, business, and online learning. This concept challenges the idea that native speakers from the UK or USA are the only arbiter of correct English. Instead, it acknowledges that English has evolved into many legitimate varieties worldwide. EIL and ELF. What is the difference between them? So EIL, English as an international language, refers to English used across international contexts, often maintaining some level of standard grammar to ensure broad intelligibility. While ELF, English as a lingua franca, specifically focus on interaction between non-native speakers, where the goal is functional communication rather than strict adherence to inner circles norms. So, teacher must understand this distinction because it changes our goals. We don't just teach for perfect grammar, we teach for communicative effectiveness. We should keep grammar and core structures standardized to ensure global accessibility. But we can be flexible with pronunciation, vocabulary, and pragmatics, allowing students to retain their cultural identity while being understood. So, acquisition learning and SLA theories, learning and acquisition, it is crucial to distinguish between them. Learning is the conscious process of studying grammar rules and vocabulary, while acquisition is the subconscious process of picking up language through meaningful exposure. So teachers should prioritize acquisition by creating immersive environments rather than just relying on the learning of abstract rules. We look at two major theories of second language acquisition. First is behaviorism. Behaviorism focuses on stimulus response and habits formation, which is effective for drilling basic pronunciation. While cognitivism focuses on internal mental process, viewing learners as active processors who use scaffolding and memory to construct language. By understanding this, teacher can use behaviorism for foundational drills and cognitivism to foster deeper conceptual understanding. So, how do we balance communicative effectiveness, intelligibility, and cultural awareness? We shift the curriculum from imitating native speaker towards communicating with global citizens. Cultural awareness is integrated by using diverse materials, not just British or American text, but global literature and media that reflect international context. In conclusion, by embracing the reality of English as a global tool, we empower Indonesian students to communicate confidently without feeling they must sacrifice their identity to meet outdated native standards. Thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.